Syed Zafar Islam, that, you know, these are all investigations that are dragging on for years on end. And every now and then the CBI carries out or the ED carries out high profile raids or interrogation. At the end of the day, the conviction rate remains abysmally low. In some instances, there are no arrests being made, but the sword hangs over many opposition leaders like Abhishek Banerjee. You know, it almost seems as if you are encircling the opposition, but you need to have convictions in place. Otherwise, it's the process is the punishment. Keep raiding them, keep investigating, keep the pot boiling. That's what you're doing, is the charge being made by the opposition.
Rajdeep, given a chance, and please hear me carefully, given a chance, we will put every corrupt person behind the bar. But that is something, it's not in our hand, it's the government's hand. That is the independent agencies. All these agencies are independent. They are discharging their responsibilities based on certain evidence, information, leads they have.
Independent of whom?
They are performing duties.
You want, this country to seriously believe that the Enforcement Directorate and CBI are independent?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Independent of any interference from any quarter, including the government.
So then why is it that a series of leaders that I put out of BJP, why are you soft on, sir, if the central agencies are independent, then why is it that they seem to operate only in the opposition ruled states? Why is it that when Maharashtra leaders who were under the ED gaze, when they were Uddhav Thackeray's government, switch over to the BJP, the ED stops? Why is it that a Shubhendu Adhikari, when he's in the Trinamool Congress is being investigated, comes into the BJP, investigation stops? Questions will be raised.
Are you done with your question? Because you keep interrupting me. If you're
done,
then I will let you respond peacefully.
Please go ahead.
Without
okay, sir. Yeah. I concede I interrupted you.
So you posed me a question in terms of the conviction rate. Let me ask you another question. Pose you as counter question. What is the conviction rate in lower court? What is the conviction rate in high court and Supreme Court? Have you ever checked? And it is in our hand that we need to convict. Yes, if it is in our hand, then we will convict everyone. Those who are, we know that we have enough evidence, and we know they are corrupt. They need to be behind the bar, and we will convict them. But it is the judiciary, it is the law of the land which will take its own course. It is not us. It is not the government. It's not the government's duty. The government's duty is not to interfere in the working of the agencies, because they are independent. They need to discharge their responsibilities without interference from any quarter, including the government.
It is the government's duty to ensure that the Enforcement Directorate, sir, it is the government's duty to ensure that the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI operate both in BJP and non-ruled BJP states. At the moment, they only seem to focus on the non-BJP states. Are we saying that the BJP mein sab doodh se dhule hue hain?
If
you're smiling when I say that. BJP mein sab doodh se dhule hue hain.
No, नहीं, ईमानदारी से धुले हुए हैं. दूध से धुले हुए वो आ रहे हैं ना, उसको उनसे पूछिए. But let me pose another question to you. If you think, Mr. Or anybody else, if anyone thinks that yes, there is somebody who is corrupted within BJP, is someone stopping them? Approach the court. If you have evidence, Rajdeep, approach the court with all the evidence that yes, this person is corrupt. But fact that there is no scam in last 8 years. There is nobody who has accepted bribe, unlike in the past we have seen.
Nobody has accepted bribe. Karnataka's contractors told us on record that just a minute, man. Karnataka's contractors in a BJP ruled government just told us over the last few months that there are 40% bribes that they are paying. I haven't heard the ED or the CBI go to Karnataka.
See. No, tomorrow somebody tells you that you have accepted bribe to promote someone. Will you accept it? There has to be some evidence. That's why I said you let agency work based on the standard they need to, or protocol they need to follow, and what is the protocol? That they need to have enough evidence before pursuing a particular case. Anybody can say anything, and politician will make some kind of allegation.
You're saying it's not enough to make allegations. Please provide evidence.
Is that there needs to be enough evidence to pursue a case.
I'll come to Ms. Chakraborty in a moment, but before that, Shashi Panja, quickly respond to that. That it's all very well to say that, you know, the Home Ministry is allowing cattle smuggling to take place across Bengal. You're going to have to provide much harder evidence than that. These are generic statements. You know, that there's a 60,000 crores involving cattle in Gujarat. Provide evidence, put it before the public domain. That's what the BJP did when they were in the opposition. They put out documents in the public domain.
Okay. So everything has to be done. It's on the onus of us to prove ourselves innocent, you know. They are getting a bit carried away, I feel. There are no raids in Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, you are buying MLAs. Goa Congress MLAs had to be shifted elsewhere. It is all out in the open. It's so naked. And you mentioned already Karnataka. We have Assam Chief Minister who was all right. He was chased when he was in Congress, but he was not chased. He was absolutely clean when he went over to Assam in the BJP. So how many evidences do you want? I mean, there's something on the public domain. It's not just allegations, actually true. They cannot deny it. Okay. They cannot deny it. You are buying MLAs.
The fact is, Shashi Panja,
Rasif, 3 Jharkhand MLAs, Congress MLAs, were caught with money in Bengal. And Jharkhand Congress MLAs saying that Hemanta Biswa Sarma has called us to strike a deal and has given us, a praloban to that somebody will get ministerial jobs. Even AAP has been saying, Kejriwal has been saying, so we are all wrong. We have to come out with evidence, and BJP is absolutely all right